it was explained to me the other day, and I feel kind of dumb I didn't know, but it makes sense when it was explained that there are actually talent agencies specifically for disabled people. Now, mostly, I believe that's aimed at people who are physically just like that you can see disabled. But it seems they take everybody. And I think that's really quite neat because, as I've discussed before, when no jobs take your illness seriously, it sucks. But we know in things like film and TV, my God, if you vaguely complain, you're out. But oh my God, this is gonna cause me physical pain. I hate that I have to say good job, Kim Kardashian. Because that hoe actually put disabled models in her Skims underwear line. I don't know how active she personally was in it, but she spoke in favor of it, so that already is more positive attention than most disabled people get. And her line at least wasn't even doing it as a token thing. They really made a line that was easier for people with certain disabilities, like being in a wheelchair and needing access at the side more so to undo things. As like, wow, really? And the last place I would have expected it. You'll see a lot of companies trying to do like hit the off kilter bingo card where they'll put somebody with like uh oh god, I can't depigmentation, or somebody who can't grow hair, alopecia, or they might have a cane, but they always got to be very thin, beautiful women, of course. And then sometimes they'll throw in a fatty just to throw it off balance. Kim Kardashian doesn't get all the credit because, from what I've seen, there were no models who were not beautiful beyond being disabled. They were very thin, beautiful, mostly white leaning women. And I gotta say, the brands that are finally starting to put more fatties, more people of color, and putting men wearing what are considered women's clothing in mainstream fashion ads. I love that shit. I was just talking on my main about how when I was a teen, good luck finding anything that even fit most people today because it'd be a medium or size 9 or smaller. Putting putting someone even of that size who was male presenting or had a disability, forget about it. Hell, they could barely put a black person because, the OOs and 90s were big on outward racism. But I've always been a massive supporter of any line that actually remembers the rest of us, because they tend to not do it as a cash grab strictly because it's not popular enough and it will get backlash. Like, there was quite the backlash against this one brand who, I'm going to have to put up their name because I can't remember it. One I've never heard of before that featured a man wearing a dress. And that was, And meanwhile, ModCloth did the same on Instagram, yet hid that picture on their main site. And so, like, for them, I'm kind of like, but this other brand, I'm like, and the brands when I was like almost 20 years ago that actually featured normal sizing, which included everybody, extra small and more to 4X or larger. Those are brands I still buy from. I bought from Unique Vintage for the longest time till they started cutting their plus size stuff during COVID. And now they kind of brought it back, but the quality overall is real shit. And I've been a devotee of Tatiana, which was first Betty Page and has been Tatiana for the last 10 years. Same for Playful Promises as a site. There's a lot of smaller brands I'm struggling to think of right now. But I mean, I remember these sites. And so it causes me pain, but Yeah, I have no problem. Like, maybe someday I'll buy some Skims. I don't want to, but there's a very good chance someday I may need that kind of under things. So, good for them. I will remember that. And any company who actually means what they're saying, I will remember that. That's why Budweiser is so in the shitter right now, because they took a stand for trans people, immediately undid it, pissing off trans people and liberals. And the conservatives were already pissed off they'd done it, so they won't buy your beer. So nobody's buying your beer. Don't do that. That shit is gonna go down with new Coke and advertising history. My God.